Have you heard the story about Ovie the cat on the Ovation of the seas? Ovie was a stowaway pet, initially set to face euthanasia upon reaching Sydney, Australia due to strict biosecurity laws. But what actually happened to this adorable feline? Royal Caribbean Cruises President and CEO, Michael Bailey, revealed on December 22, 2023, that they believe Ovie was smuggled aboard by a guest. Meet Ovie, the cat smuggled on board Ovation of the Seas by a guest. We believe he was hidden in the guest's sweatshirt, likely sedated so he wouldn't make any noise. And Ovie isn't metal, so he didn't set off alarms, Bailey announced on Facebook. The cruise, which began in Hawaii and was set to end in Sydney, took an unexpected turn on a port stop when New Zealand biosecurity agents discovered Ovie in a guest's cabin. Royal Caribbean declined to identify the traveler, raising plenty of questions. Why wasn't the traveler named? Was Royal Caribbean perhaps protecting someone? Maybe a sweet elderly cat lover? Australia has some of the strictest biosecurity laws worldwide. Travelers entering the country can't bring in fresh fruits, vegetables, seeds, plants, or animal products due to quarantine rules, with hefty fines even for something as small as a single fruit. So what might they impose for a whole cat? Or was the cat story simply an attempt by Royal Caribbean to avoid responsibility? Could Ovie have wandered on board on embarkation day? According to policy, pets are strictly prohibited on Royal Caribbean ships, except for service animals, and passengers who break this rule are at risk of disembarkation or denied boarding. And Ovie, of course, didn't have the required visa for Australia. Visitors need a visa, which can be applied for electronically, and anyone continuing to New Zealand would need a separate one as well. Ovie would have been aboard a repositioning cruise, a seasonal trip that brings ships to Australia as its season begins. As for Ovie, you'll be relieved to know he didn't have to walk the plank. After several weeks of coordination, Royal Caribbean's guest services team arranged safe passage for Ovie all the way to Miami. Today, he's happily adopted by a crew member there, living his best life in sunny Florida. Fun fact, Captain Kate on Celebrity Beyond also has a cat, Bug Naked, who's famous on Instagram, although they're unlikely to visit Australia because of biosecurity regulations.